I wanted to do a video about derma rolling. Some of you might also know it as microneedling, and I could honestly make this an hour long, so I'm just gonna cut out some things and make it as short as possible. And check the description, I'll put a lot of information in there just so that I can hopefully keep this under a few minutes. But I started a few years ago, and I began with just the cheap little simple rollers that you see a lot on Amazon and other sites. And eventually I moved to a single needle, which is what it sounds like. It's a single needle that you just prick your skin with over and over and over, and it's about as much fun as it sounds. And then I moved on to an automated machine, and I bought the Derminator, so this will also be a review for it, I guess you could say. And I cannot say enough good things about this machine. I bought it a couple years ago for $199. I think now it's down to $179, which is a bummer for me, but oh well. And I bought it, and it's totally changed everything about microneedling for me. It's more thorough. The whole process goes way faster, especially compared to the tedious single needling that I was doing. And I feel like it does a much better job because the machine is controlling it versus me trying to prick around and do a good job. It's just much more reliable, and it also hurts less because the machine is so fast and it pumps that needle out so rapidly compared to how fast I could go with my hands. So that's very, very nice to have a little less pain involved because I don't bother with numbing creams or anything like that. So I really like that aspect of it, and it's very well made. I'm pretty sure they stand by it with a lifetime warranty, so I mean, it's a great little machine, and it's made everything a lot easier. And I do my stomach for stretch marks as well as acne scarring on my face. And I was seeing really good results with the acne scars on my face. I mean, it takes time. This isn't an overnight thing. I've seen some posts where people derma roll and the next day they say it looks better. Well, that's because of swelling and probably just being hopeful, which I can relate to. It does take time though, because you're rebuilding the collagen, which is a process that takes many, many weeks. And for that reason, I only derma roll every 6 weeks because I want my skin to have plenty of time to heal. I want the collagen to be able to rebuild before I go messing around with everything again. So I do it every 6 weeks, and I apply a special ointment after. I'll put that below in the description. And in between, I do vitamin C, retin A, any type of ingredient with actual science behind it in terms of building the skin back up and promoting collagen growth, all those good things. So I really, really like the automated machine, and like I said, I was seeing really good results with my skin. It's slow, but it's steady. It's one of those things where, you know, the months go by and all of a sudden you realize, wow, my skin is looking better. And unfortunately, I decided that I wanted to just speed up the process and fast forward a bit and undergo a profractional treatment, which has taken me backwards in my skin journey, and I almost feel like it's worse than before I started microneedling now. So I'm going to have to recommit and just stick with the microneedling in hopes of undoing the damage that Profrac did. And in terms of my stomach, again, it's a very slow process. I've been at this for years now, really. And there are some treatments that I miss. Life gets busy and everything. And for my stomach, it takes a good 45 minutes now with this machine to do a thorough job. My face, I just treat, my left cheek is my worst spot. There's probably only a dozen spots that I treat with the single needle. And for the deeper scars or stretch marks, I go the full depth of the machine, which is 2.5 milliliters. And I'll do that until it's nice and red and fully treated. And then after that, I'll do my entire face just at 1 millimeter. And I'll do my eyes with maybe like a 0.25 millimeters. And then apply a nice, healing, gentle serum after. And I feel like it's a really good routine. Microneedling is huge right now. You see it everywhere. It's really a growing treatment, and more people are getting on board because it's pretty simple. You're forcing your skin to treat these tiny little injuries that you create. So it's forcing the skin to remodel itself and work on this scar tissue, whereas typically the skin sees scar tissue as an area that isn't worth doing anything with. It isn't worth sending nutrients to because it's just this scarred tissue, and that's just the way it's going to be. And this is kind of a loophole for getting around that. So again, I do recommend this automated machine for sure. And other than that, I would say single needling is a great option if you are patient enough to just buy, you can get the cheap needles usually, and to go ahead with those instead of doing, let's say, 2.5, a deep treatment over your whole face. You just want to concentrate the deeper treatments in your pitted scars so that that area plumps up more, so that it raises back up to meet the other skin. I hope that makes sense, but since those areas are deeper, they need special treatment and extra depth to really build that collagen back up. And that way doing the whole skin just helps the entire area, but the extra treatment on those spots I'm hoping will undo the profractional problems that I'm having here. And the neat thing about this machine is that it has a timer. I never use it, but I know a lot of people like that feature. And you can do slow, medium, or fast needling with it. I always go with the fast, get it over with as quick as possible. And you can mount a single needle cartridge or a cartridge with 9 needles on it, which sometimes I do on my stomach because the areas I treat are pretty big. So the 9 needles just makes it go that much faster. And like I said, it's very well made, and it's definitely a great idea if you're serious about microneedling. And I do believe a lot in microneedling, and I wish I had never strayed away from it to try and get this quick fix. I think microneedling is enough of an injury to your skin to force itself to repair without being so drastic like ProFrac, where I was bright red for a week, bleeding, scabby, swollen. I was a mess. So I think it's that fine line between forcing some repair and actually damaging your skin in the process of trying to repair itself. So I know this is a lot of information to cover in one video. Like I said, this could be an hour long easily. I'll try to put as much information as I can in the description, and hopefully that will help you. And I'm always happy to answer questions, and I'll try to include some links for where I've gotten my specific products from. And I hope that was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching.